Let's stick the mic.
Good afternoon. My name is Molly O'Mara, and I am the program director at ISM. Today, we're here to talk about the Exploring Entrepreneurship program that we offer early stage and existing business owners who are really looking to lay a foundation to build and grow their business. We are joined here today by Faris Alami, the CEO and founder of International Strategic Management. I'm going to turn it over to him so he can talk a little bit about the history of ISM and why we do and how we do what we do. Faris.
Thank you so much, Molly, and looking forward to seeing you in one of these sessions or one of the programs that we offer. So, Exploring Entrepreneurship program, we'll get to it in a minute. In a high level, what is ISM? We've been around for 22 years, and you could actually download our report from our website to showcase what we have done for the last 22 years. This was our report that we did when we celebrated 20th anniversary a couple of years ago. I'm not going to read these slides because you could read them on your own since you have a copy of them, but we've been around in over 100 and some countries, and we've really been lucky to learn from all these amazing people to make local impacts. The details of this 20th anniversary outline is actually in the downloadable version of this that you could download from our website. You can see more details. The whole point of this is that we've been around, so we've gotten some bruises, and we've learned a lot of lessons, not only from our own personal journey, but from the people that we work with as well. Our circles of where we operate is usually around entrepreneurship, helping people start or scale up from a mindset to implementation. All of our programs have some kind of educational component to them that's basically sharing and learning. And we always engage the community at large to make sure that those locals are being launching or scaling are being supported in some kind of technology way that we deploy our programs. Most of these things happen in what we call economic development. The luck that we have had and the fortunate from learning all this from these people from all this world, whether they came to us or we went to them, this is some of the impact that we have been able to be blessed to be part of. The organization that usually engages are a range of nonprofits or universities or government agencies or anything else in between, or sometimes local corporations with philanthropical approach. And this is just a sample of the last couple of years of who have engaged us, whether they hired us to be able to do a program with them or they partner with us in some kind of capacity or support. Those who are, by the way, interested, if you shoot me an email, I'm happy to elaborate on any. The way we're structured from a high level, we have two tracks. Track where entrepreneurs and small business owners go through, where we work with them specifically directly on starting or scaling up their businesses or resilience or any other program. And then the organization that supports them, and this is where we either doing capacity building or program design or strategic advising for them as well. So when you think of ISM, a lot of times you might think about our expertise in these areas, whether it's coaching or program design or educational programming or small business support services. These are the areas where people think of us to call us or to connect with us. And once you think of us in that kind of way, we are able then to come in and deploy one of our programs that we have, and we have some 20-some programs. In the next slide, you will see that we have samples of them here for you to think about the different programs that we can deploy in your community. Now, whether it's an entrepreneur, small business owner, or support organization, we have different programs that we can deploy based on our experience. Doesn't mean that we can custom make, but these are usually referred to before we even make something. We have mastered this in the last 20-some years by creating this process, whether it's working with entrepreneurs or deploying the programs with those entrepreneurs. And these are the areas of how we usually think about working in that specific area to ensure that we're really touching and impacting with what we've learned with those local entrepreneurs themselves. Our programs have always what I call have 5 components of delivery. So this is kind of like the frame for work that we use to deploy a program. So if you're a participant, you'll feel this going through it. And if you're a planner, you'll be seeing this from a high level of what is going on. So we always have an online or in-person meeting or maybe a combination or one or the other. We always have an online community. So once you're in a program, like in this case, Antonia, in a minute, we'll talk about Exploring Entrepreneurship program. You're now part of a community within that cohort specifically to communicate with each other. And we always have a technology that we deploy, in this case, exploring entrepreneurship business or executive summary plan, where you use our AI tool and financial projection tools and market research tools to help you define your plan for this specific program. Then we always have some kind of syllabus and agenda. So therefore, we're meeting for specific reasons with the outcomes. And Antonio will give you details on that today about exploring entrepreneurship. And we have some kind of workbook or reading book that we always have some kind of tools that we will provide, or we may recommend that you get on your own. The details of this is, the online or in-person sessions is designed to have a discussion around a topic. So I'm trying to give you a little bit more details. An example would be if we're talking about marketing or if we're talking about financials projections. We discuss it in a safe environment room. We find your ideas, then we move to the online community, which is our next component. And now you could potentially practice what you learned on your own, because we may have a worksheet that you have to fill out. We could ask a question to your peers or to the facilitators of the program. Now you have a community that you just built around you to support you. And once you kind of like fine tune what you're going to answer, you could move into the yellow plan, and now you could actually, answer it there with a little bit more confidence because you've learned about it, you practiced on it, and now you get to somewhat finalize and present it. Now, what's powerful about this, you could download it in a Word or a PDF. And you could present it to your team or to your investors or whoever you think will be making sense for your organization. The syllabus and the agenda is just designed to make sure that we are all on the same page. Most all of our programs have at the end some kind of presentation, whether it's 90 seconds or 2 minutes or 5 minutes, to present what you are about to do with your business or what you've learned from the program being in it. And the tools that you will get, in addition to the reading book or workbooks that we may give you, we might also recommend some things outside of what we are providing for you to keep moving forward with your business. With that, I'm really excited to have Antonia talk to you about the specifics of the Exploring Entrepreneurship here, and she's been leading some of the facilitations on this program, and maybe she'll use some of the examples to talk to you more about this. Thank you, Antonia.
Yes, thank you so much. Thanks, Ferris. So I'm Antonia Dillon. I'm one of the facilitators for this wonderful program. We actually just finished a cohort just a week or two ago. So I'm really excited to be here and talk to you all about it. Typically, the duration is anywhere between 5 and 7 weeks of instruction. And they're pretty jam-packed with a lot of really, really great information. We meet once a week, and then we also have additional coaching sessions as needed. That varies program by program, but we definitely make ourselves available for whatever help that our students need. And each meeting is about 2 hours long. Yep, thanks. I won't read this whole slide to you. Ferris talked a lot about the importance of the Exploring Entrepreneurship program and who it's geared for, but I will just take a moment to talk about the outcomes that I have seen even with my own eyes. Regardless of whether we are talking to brand new entrepreneurs who have an idea or are newly starting up their business, all the way to entrepreneurs who have been in business and maybe are taking another look at their business or taking another look at the foundations of their business, everyone walks away with a new energy and a new excitement and a new lens about how to make their business succeed. And that's one of my favorite parts about this program. We really spend a lot of time peer-to-peer helping business owners gain insights on their own business, as well as the coaches, obviously, and facilitators who have knowledge to impart on our students and business owners as well. So it really is a community, and I think that is really important, where people can come and feel safe and heard and really feel like they can get a lot out of the experience. The last 2 points, oh, sorry, just go back for 1 second. I will say that a couple of the deliverables are a draft model canvas, or not deliverables, but some of the expectations. And also you walk away with an executive summary outline and a way to pitch or think about your business if you are pitching to investors. So those are some key takeaways there. Okay, thanks. All right, so from here, I will just talk really briefly. This is a really brief kind of overview of what we talk about from week to week. Prior to the program starting, we do a technical onboard to make sure that everyone is on the same page, to make sure that everyone can log in to the appropriate places to get their classwork, their workbooks, etc. Zoom, all of those types of technical components, we definitely hit home before the program even starts. The first week, we spend a lot of time talking about your business, who you are, how you go to market, what your product is, who your customers are, and we really lay that foundation so that from every meeting and every session after that, you really have a great idea of who it is that you're talking to and how you can make your business as successful as it can be. In week 2, and I'm going to go through a few of these in a little bit more detail, but in week 2, we deep dive into the business finances. Sometimes that can be scary, sometimes it can be fun, but we are there to be supportive and walk everyone through their business finances and accounting and costs so that we are all on the same page there. In week 3, we will talk about the business operations and the business structure, how your business is set up. Are you set up for success? Are you set up in such a way that somebody else can come in and really understand your business in a quick way? And in week 4, we talk about creating a launch plan and an executive summary. So I just mentioned that before, but we really talk to some of the other elements that Ferris talked about earlier, such as the ALA plan, such as some of the other worksheets and resources. We really work with those to create something of an executive summary and really something that you can walk away with. And week 5 is presentations and graduation. It's always really exciting. It's exciting for everyone to see how far you come in just a relatively short period of time, peers and coaches and facilitators alike. I'll talk a little bit about just the deliverables and the materials. You can see here that, as Ferris already mentioned, we do have an agenda and we make sure that we stick to it so that everybody knows what to expect and what's coming up. And the workbook is really critical too. It's a part of the homework and it's not meant to be cumbersome, but it is meant to make you really think about your business in new ways. Yeah, okay. So this is an example of something that we might talk about in session 2, where we talk about accounting and costs, etc. We really take you through some of the key elements and key income and financial statements that you will need. This, for example, is an income statement. And part of what we work on or do well in this program is take very complex ideas and break them down in such a way that they can be understood even by those who may not feel like this is their area. So this is an example of an income statement that we would walk everyone through. You know, you have your sales, less your cost of goods sold. We talk about exactly what that is. That gives you your gross margin. And then we talk about how to get from your gross margin to your net margin, which includes accounting for operating expenses and income and non-operating expenses. And we really deep dive all of these and talk about where your business would fall, which each element of your business and where it falls in this equation. This is an example of a slide that we would show for a balance sheet. So again, taking a concept that, you know, might sound big or intimidating and really making it accessible for everyone. In this instance, a balance sheet, once you really break it down like this, it's actually pretty simple. A balance sheet is your assets, which equals your liabilities plus your equity. And so we talk about what is an asset, what accounts for a liability. How do you know what your equity is? I mean, we really break this down for our business owners as well. In session 3, as I mentioned, we talk about kind of your business operations and procedures, your standard operating procedure. Are you set up for success? And here is an example of some questions that we ask our business owners to consider. What does your business require for you to do every day? versus every week? And which items do you need a process or procedure for? And we talk about why it's important to have these processes and procedure. It's not just, because we, for fun, right? It really helps you solidify um, and formalize some of the operating procedures in your business so that if one day or when one day you are working with other people, you can help them understand how the best way to run, help you run your businesses, et cetera. So we talk in depth about operations, processes, procedures, and really help our business owners understand the importance of that.
Thank you so much, Antonia, for sharing that insight with us from that, facilitator's perspective in the classroom. Now we're going to move on to just some final slides about the ISM team. Ferris, do you want to just take these and share with us some information about the team you've built here at ISM?
Yeah, so the way we're structured, we have two, we call them cooperative team or collaborative team. And basically, this is a team where I will say they're very involved in the overall operations of the deployment of these programs. So they might see or touch multiple programs at one given point. And then we have what I call the delivery team. Although they might deliver multiple teams, they're more involved in the delivery actually of the teams. So you'll see that on the next slide, where they might work in this example. Like Tonia's not only seeing the and works in the exploring, but she also does coaching. She also does other things with us as well that that she might be involved with as well as the other faces that you may see here. There are so many organizations that we're lucky to work with. It's just an example of recent programs we just delivered either last year or we are planning to deliver this year. And those who are interested to learn more about what we did with any of them specifically, please shoot me a note or use our website to ask a question, and the team will respond to you. But we would love to see your logo, the organizations here. The next slide, next time we do this, and we always end up the programs with one word. With that, I leave it up to you. Those who are watching a replay, please feel free to put it in the chat or in the comments. We appreciate you being with us.